Alright, let's start recording. Hello everybody, and welcome to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna make a character. That's where we're gonna start. We're gonna be playing through all of Final Fantasy XIV from beginning to end. I'm very excited. We're not gonna be... I'm gonna make a character on Zalera. Alright, I'm gonna make a new character and be right back and show you guys after. Alright, I've gone through most of character creation and designed our character. We haven't given her a name, but right now we're picking our patron deity. Let me swap it back to the default screen. Alright, so first up we got Halone. Halone, mover of glaciers and goddess of wars, the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the first moon of the Eorzean calendar. Halone is the daughter of Ralger and a bitter rival of Nafika. She is most often depicted as a relentless warrioress, armed with a bronze great shield. Her symbol is the 3 spears. And then we have Menfina. Menfina is keeper of the moon and the goddess of love. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the second moon of the Eorzean calendar. Menfina is the sister of Azima and the divine lover of Oshan. She is most often depicted as a maid carrying a round skillet. Her symbol is the full moon. We have Thaliak. Thaliak, ruler of rivers and wisdom and god of knowledge, is the guardian deity of Sharlayan. He commands the element of water and is associated with the third moon of the Eorzean calendar. Thaliak is the father of Limlain and the teacher of Byragot. He is most often depicted as a reserved scholar holding an ashen staff. His symbol is the scroll. We have Nymea. Nymea is the watcher of celestial bodies and goddess of fate. She commands the element of water and is associated with the fourth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Nymea is the younger sister of Ulthik and master of Ralger. She is most often depicted as a weaver donning a white silken veil. Her symbol is the spinning wheel. I like her a lot. Limlain, whose name I am absolutely saying incorrectly. Limlain, watcher of the seas and goddess of navigation, is the guardian deity of Limsa-Lominsa. She commands the element of wind and is associated with the fifth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Limlain is the daughter of Thaliak and the elder sister of Nafika. She is most often depicted as a strong fisherwoman wielding a long-bladed harpoon. Her symbol is the wave. And we have Oshan. Oshan is ruler of the mountains and god of travelers and vagrants. He commands the element of wind and is associated with the sixth moon in the Eorzean calendar. Oshan is the brother of Naldthal and the close companion of Halone. He is most often depicted as a carefree ranger wielding a bow of yew. His symbol is the walking stick. Byragot. Byragot is the purveyor of architecture and industry and god of the arts. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the seventh moon of the Eorzean calendar. Byragot is the elder brother of Halone and pupil of Thaliak. He is most often depicted as an ardent smith with a two-headed hammer. His symbol is the hand. It's a weird fucking looking hand, I don't know. We have Ralger. Breaker of worlds, is the god of destruction and guardian deity of the now fallen nation of Alamigo. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the eighth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Ralger is the father of both Byragot and Halone and serves as attendant to Nymea. He is most often depicted as a magus, carrying a staff of bronze. His symbol is the streaking meteor. Azima. Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. She commands the element of fire and is associated with the ninth moon of the Eorzean calendar. Azima is the daughter of Ulthik and the elder sister of Menfina. She is most often depicted as a noble lady holding a golden fan. Her symbol is the radiant sun. Naldthal. Naldthal, overseer of the underworld and god of commerce, is the guardian deity of Ul'dah. He commands the element of fire and is associated with the 10th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Naldthal is the single manifestation of the deific twins Nald and Thal. He is most often depicted as a discerning merchant holding a balance. His symbol is the cowrie, an ancient shell currency. Nafika, tender of soils and harvests and goddess of abundance, is the guardian deity of Gridania. She commands the element of earth and is associated with the 11th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Nafika is the daughter of Azima and the younger sister of Limlain. She is most often depicted as a jubilant farmer holding a scythe of steel. Her symbol is the spring leaf. And finally, we have Ulthik. Althik is the surveyor of change and space and god of time. He commands the element of earth and is associated with the 12th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Althik is the father of Azima and Minfina and elder brother to Nymea. He's most often depicted as an austere emperor wielding a mithril great axe. His symbol is the hourglass. We're gonna go with Nymea for our patron deity. Let me zoom in. This is our little face. We have one purple eye and one blue eye because purple and blue kind of the colors. Yeah. We're an Ara. I tried to pick a face that I haven't seen a lot of people use. It's one of the lesser used ones, but I think it's really cute. Yeah. So now we get to pick our class. Gladiator. Alright. Let me read all these. Disciples of War. Gladiators specialize in the handling of all manner of one-handed blades, from daggers to long swords, be they single or double-edged, straight or curved. A defining characteristic of the art is its emphasis on diverse combat tactics, training its members to bring their martial skills to bear in any situation. As such, there are practitioners who marry sword with shield, seeking to defend their fellow companions. Others opt for an empty offhand, choosing instead to focus entirely on their sword arm. In all instances, the ages-old art of the sword makes the gladiator a formidable adversary in any encounter. Pugilist. Hold on, This is the armor for gladiator. What a cute little animation. I love Aura. Pugilist. The path of the pugilist is one of incessant training aimed at mastering the traditional techniques of hand-to-hand combat. Though they command formidable power when unarmed, they are wont to use metal, leather, and bone weaponry to maximize their destructive potential. Their preference for fighting at close quarters makes negotiating distances an absolute necessity. This is why many pugilists are quick to learn that lightweight gear allowing for maximum agility ensures them better success in battle than does cumbersome plate or chain. Marauder. The Marauder is a combat specialist whose weapon of choice is the Great Axe, a fearsome arm emblematic of Eorzea's pirates. Their approach to battle is one of brute force, relying on strength and steel to crush enemies and sunder weapons. They are highly sought after for their ferocity and intimidating presence, and are often employed to hunt down monsters plaguing the land or to turn the tide of battle between warring nations. Lancer. The strategy of the Lancer is to outrange and flush their opponents with their long two-handed polearms, peppering them with a barrage of thrusting attacks. They are trained with a number of weapons, giving a diversity to their attacks that makes them extremely versatile combatants. In former times, the long spear saw the most widespread use, due to, in great part, to the influence of the proud Lancer regions of Alamigo. Since then, the guild has greatly expanded its armories to include a variety of weaponry, such as the halberd and the trident. And the last Disciple of War class we have available is Bard, or Archer, rather, which becomes Bard. Spoilers. Archer. The enduring popularity of the bow is a testament to its elegant design, but this simple weapon would be of little worth without the surpassing skill of those who master it, the archers. Projectile techniques such as high-angle fire enable archers to assail their foes with deadly precision, even at great distances. Constant assessment of the battlefield enables them to carefully determine the most advantageous ground from which to loose, as well as the nature of the arrows best suited to their enemy. Together with the longbow sentries of the Elizan military, the shortbow hunters among the Mikote are widely regarded as most skilled with the bow. We have our Disciples of Magic. Conjurer. Conjury calls upon elemental forces present in nature and concentrates them to a potency at which spells can be woven. Through practice meditation on the essences of creation, conjurers draw forth and absorb aether from their immediate surroundings. A wand or cane made from unworked wood is then utilized to focus the aether until it manifests as the desired spell. The seat of the Conjurers Guild lies at Stillglade Fane in Gridania, where the voices of Eorzea's elementals are said to be most powerful. Thaumaturge! We will be unlocking all of these as we go, by the way, and leveling them up, but I'll probably do it off camera because it's just a lot of grinding. Thaumaturge. In the hands of a skilled practitioner, thaumaturgy can be a force of terrifying destruction. At the heart of this school of magic lies the ability to call forth and command the latent aether within oneself through deep introspection. To then mold that aether into sorcery, the thaumaturge makes use of a scepter or staff, within which is housed a medium, a natural stone imbued with magical properties. Arcanist. Adepts of the Arcanum derive their might from symbols of power born of geometric techniques hailing from across the southern seas. Held within occult grimoires, these symbols lend shape to the Arcanist's aether, thereby allowing him to produce myriad powerful spells. Using the self-same symbols to unlock the latent power contained within gemstones, Arcanists are also able to summon forth the familiar known as Carbuncle to carry out their bidding. Alright, let me read about each of the places. My little face is covering it, so you can't see it, but I'll read it to you. Alright, Gridania. In the eastern reaches of the Aldenard landmass, home to vast, dense woodlands and coursing rivers, lies the forest nation of Gridania. The cityscape is a mosaic of labyrinthine waterways and great wooden structures so gracefully constructed they seem a part of the surrounding environment. The favored goddess of the citizenry is Nathaka, the matron, but great faith is also placed in the wisdom of the seed seers, young oracles who guide the nation based on the will of the forest's elementals. Thaumaturge is in Ul'dah. The bustling commercial hub of Ul'dah sits amid the desolate desert landscape of southern Aldenard. Ul'dah culture is known for its affluence, and the wealth of the nation comes in part from its abundant mineral resources and cloth crafting industry. Though it is the Sultana who claims sovereignty, true power is wielded by the Syndicate, a council sat by 6 of Ul'dah's most elite and influential. Nald Thal is the nation's patron deity, and 2 great halls devoted to his 2 aspects lie in the east and west of the city. And finally, we have Limsa Lominsa. On the southern coast of the island of Vilbrand, under the shadow of ancient cliffs worn by the relentless onslaught of the Rotano Sea, lies the thalaccracy of Limsa Lominsa. Its economy is driven primarily by shipping, but boasts lucrative shipbuilding, fishing, and smithing industries as well. To maintain the safety of its maritime routes, the city employs a formidable navy, known as the Knights of the Barracuda. Even so, pirate bands run rampant in nearby waters, reaving and pillaging. I think, just because I like the way the end armor looks on her, we're gonna go with Bard, or Archer, rather. I keep calling it fucking Bard. Ah! Yeah, we're gonna go with Archer. We're gonna start on Zalera. Now it's time to pick a name. God. I'm gonna pick a name and then come back because this is gonna take me a while. Alright, we're gonna go with this one that... Kikyo Akagane is how I'm going to pronounce it. If that's wrong, I'm so sorry. Let's see if it's not taken. Alright. I'm gonna bump my game sound up a little bit just because we're about to go into a cutscene. Alright. Let's begin a new game with this character. I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm so excited. God damn it, the world queue is currently full. Okay, so we gotta wait for people to log out, but we're gonna start. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'll come back when we're so you don't have to wait with me. I got you. I got you. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's go, kids. Let's go, kids. I'm so excited.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Oh shit. It's time to premiere my greatest creation. Oi! You alright, lass? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Oh my god. Moogles! They're so cute. Feeling better, Kupo? Aha! You can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Moogles, and we live in this wood. Oh. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo! And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Gridania's still a way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Bremont's the name, and peddlin's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power. What? To gain power. Power? As in, power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? Ah, I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you'd best enroll at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Gridania's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a bow, a polearm, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further! What's this, then? Ah! What's going on? A skirmish has broken out up ahead with the Ixal. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Ignore me. Bloody hells! We shall hold them here. Try to break clear. That was too bleeding close. Nice of the Ixal to send us a welcoming party, though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends, so just you take care, alright? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Yes. It is! Well then let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest, lushest forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that. Not since the Calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in, and gave the Ixal unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
That's us. And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, and it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the matron take her to her bosom, that she may never want. And in her heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
You there! Yes, you! Oh shit, I need my stash. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I'm Bertinent, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see what you are. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Mouse and keyboard. And I know this all. Yep. We are gonna do a quick little thing. Other PCs. Never. Untargeted. Untargeted. We don't need to see our own name. I am aware of how to... We can disable those, okay. Display active help windows. I'm okay. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Another green adventurer, I presume? I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you are wondering. The Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Miyune within, and she will take you in hand. You have begun a quest! Use the duty list to help you complete your task. I'm going to fix my HUD real quick. Alright. We're back. Let's go talk to Mother Miyune. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I have more HUD fixing to do. I lied. Now we're good to go. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer, come to put your name down at the guild, I assume? Welcome. Miyune is my name, or Mother Miyune as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixal and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the Calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square malm of the Twelves would have spared the devastation. Yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I'm well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the Calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet, amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm, and yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amongst a blinding glare. And thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Ahem. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left, then, is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scroll your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate it if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Kikyo Akagane. And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood. The guild expects great things from you. Look what just arrived, another goddamn adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not, lest you forget it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Ahem. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Woodwhalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however. Given a catalogue of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on Old Mother Miyuni to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Alright. We learned a new skill! Yay! Alright. We'll continue this quest and then end this part here. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetheryte, This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetheryte Plaza, not far from the car line canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetheryte plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you've located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Archers Guild. There is no better place to learn the arts of the bow. Speak with Athelina, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor, and all the various items that an adventurer might need on her travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsemontre, and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a match not long ago. You have your tasks, Kikyo. May Nofika guide your path. Ah, and one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they'll be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time, folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. Alright, and with that, we have been released into the world. So, yeah, with that, we're gonna end this part here. Alright. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.